Sleep Token, Sleep Token. Oy vavoy. Sleep Token are one of those bands that I always assumed were just too big, too popular, too mainstream to have anything relevant for me to talk about here. Because I mean, if this channel isn't the final boss of the niche pyramid, I don't know who is. But then this happens. Sure didn't see that coming. Anyway, in this episode we'll dive into this song, The Summoning by Sleep Token, together with Paragraph 3 by Opeth and Jurassic Cretaceous by The Ocean. And we'll tackle one of my favorite questions ever. How the f*** do you count this? Hello humans, assuming you're all people of course. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and yet there's no day so good that a bit of distorted guitars can't make better. So let's dive straight into song number 1, The Summoning by Sleep Token. This song and both other songs we'll go over in this episode have these grandiose intro riffs that aren't super intuitive to count at a first listen. So how the f*** do you count the intro of The Summoning? There are a few elements to notice here. Number 1, we start with a pickup, a 3-beat pickup that keeps coming back like a small hook. 1, 2, 3, 1. Number 2, we go into this dotted 8th note feel over a 6/8-ish groove, and for me, when I hear a repeated dotted figure in general, but specifically in a 6/8 setting, I don't know, I kind of feel like something rhythmically fishy is going to happen. I don't know why. Number 3, if you find yourself headbanging to that 6/8 feel, that won't last so long. That pickup comes back, but not exactly where I thought it would. Number 4, where the hell did that triplet come from? And last but not least, listening a bit ahead, number 5, where is beat 1 in this verse? Why does it seem to start in 2 different places? So to make matters easy, here are the beat cycles that I found. A 3-beat pickup, then 6, 6, and 3, that's the same pickup again, then a 6 again, followed by 2 5s, and that triplet spans over the last 2 beats of this 5 over here, and we end with a 4. Before I show it to you, there's one tiny detail missing. I'm sure some of you have noticed. I call this thing the flipper. The flipper is an extra beat, usually placed strategically in a location that really throws the rhythmic expectation off. Here, for example, they throw a flipper in right before the pickup returns. So they go into this heavy, solid feeling groove that feels like it's in 6/8. They play that twice, so maybe your head is already like moving to it. And then instead of going straight to the pickup again, which is a 3-note pickup, which would work amazingly after 2 bars of 6, that's where they put the flipper. So they take your rhythmic expectation and just throw it away. Check this out. The flipper is here. Sometimes I don't even count it. I just use it to take a quick breath. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
Yo, just a quick note. I was just recording some guitar to put in the video. So I was looking up guitar playthroughs and I saw that the guy wrote everything in 4/4 starting at the beginning of the pickup. Now, if you do it that way, you can ride the 4/4 all the way through the chorus and it technically works. The 1 of the chorus is the 1 of the 4/4. So that might be the way that Sleep Token actually wrote it. I don't really know. I'm just sharing the way I divide those musical chunks musically that makes sense to me, because having a very strong beat or the beginning of a section on beat 4 in a 4/4 doesn't really make sense to me. So even though it works in 4/4, that doesn't mean that it's correct. I don't know how they wrote this riff. I'm just writing how it musically makes sense to me.
Now, the verse of this song has something really cool going on in it as well, but we'll get to that later. Let's check the other 2 songs first because they have some similar ideas. Song number 2 is Paragraph 3 from Opeth's latest album, The Last Will and Testament, which is a really cool album. Wow, I love it. And here again, there are a few cool things to notice. Number 1, same as number 1 before, we start with a pickup. Number 2, and this is crucial, we're in a triplet feel, which took me way too long to realize. I always automatically default to 16th notes. I am not proud of that. Yeah, this really caught me off guard. Anyway, number 3, they occasionally accent groups of 4 over these triplets, which, I mean, come on, that's just rude. I'm already struggling to get rid of that 16th note feel from before. Don't do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Number 4, there are a lot of syncopations. Like, a lot. And when you start syncopating triplets, things can get pretty tricky. And lastly, number 5, same as the previous song, and the next one for that matter, the meters change. You probably know by now that most common songs stay in 1 meter throughout. You probably also know by now that most common songs and this channel have nothing to do with one another. So again, here are the cycles that I found. 4, 4, 4, 4, which happens twice, which looks easy, but when I was still in 16th note land, that was quite a revelation. Followed by 5, 5, 3 and 5, 5, 5, 3. Oh, and that pickup, of course. By the way, notice the syncopations here. 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yo, I love this so much. This new album is also their debut with their new drummer, Waltteri Väyrynen, I think that's correct, who's an absolute beast. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but I'm Israeli and I have no idea what to do with those 2 dots over the A. He sounds great, and this awesome is album. And this album is awesome. Wow. Opeth is one of my favorite bands ever, and I really liked their previous drummer, so when I heard that he's leaving, I was really bummed. Then I heard this album, and this guy is just, he sounds so good. I love it. Yalla, anyway, next up is the banger of bangers, probably the most complicated one in this video, Jurassic Cretaceous by The Ocean. This song is massive. It was my first impression of this band and it blew me away. Anyway, the intro of this song starts with huge unison hits by everyone, and here are the things to notice. Number 1, for the first 2 rounds, we don't get any context at all, so the hits are just there. Number 2, when we finally do get some well-deserved help from the hi-hat, we realize 2 things. First, we're in a 16th note subdivision, which means that our trickster dotted 8th note is back. And second, that third hit that always sounded kind of out of place, to me at least, is indeed a 16th note after beat 3. So the E of 3, for those of you who use this terminology. Number 3, this cycle is a long one. All 4 lines of this riff represent 1 cycle. And lastly, number 4, this riff also has a flipper, but here it's a half of a beat long. So the flip is even more disorienting. Check this out. Here are the beat cycles I found here. 6-3-3, 6-4-5, 6-3-3, 6-4-6. So like an A-B-A-C form thing. And our beloved flippers go right here before the last group of every line.
As long as I'm recording more footage, I'll just share this as well. I know that you can count these sections with the flipper, the full beat version as like a 5-4 bar instead of a 4-4 bar, or the half beat version as a 9-8 bar instead of a 4-4 bar. I know that you can do that, obviously. I'm choosing not to do it because I feel that the section before the flipper and after the flipper are very similar in musical material, so that flipper is a separate rhythmic unit that kind of bridges these 2 things that are very similar in nature. So I would prefer to look at it as 4-4 and 4-4 or whatever it is with something in the middle instead of like 9-8 that sounds like the 4-4 and then a 4-4. That's too much unnecessary information in my opinion. I rather think about it as 4-4 and a flip in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because then the 9 you can divide in many other ways, and that's not the point. That preserves the feel in context with the numbers. I don't know if that makes sense. I hope it does. Let's keep on going.
And of course, this goes without saying, but everything in this video and everything I do in general is just how I count these songs. You might have a different version, the band might have a different version. That's fine. We can all coexist. All right, here's the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, and 1, and 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. This is just wow. Sukal. Make sure you go listen to the rest of the 12 minutes left of this song because wow. Just before going back to that verse in The Summoning by Sleep Token, I'm gonna plug myself for a few seconds. If you like these rhythmic breakdown videos that I do, the easiest free way for you to support me and the channel is by subscribing, commenting, sharing, or just leaving a thumbs up. It really helps. I also have a Patreon page, which makes a huge difference in terms of budgeting and scheduling. And it really allows me to put in the many hours I need to into making each one of these videos. So all these wonderful names on screen, your help and support is really, really appreciated. Thank you very, very, very much. Lastly, I also have a mailing list that you are welcome to join, where I'll send you these videos directly to your email once they're out. All the necessary links are in the description. And now, back to The Summoning by Sleep Token. So we've already established the cycles in the intro, and the verse follows the same rhythmic scheme. A cool thing to notice here is if you take all these numbers without the pickup and add them to one another, you get 36, which means I can count this in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now, while many bands use this technique of having a starting point of some 4/4 frame and slowly venturing out into making it sound like something else, that isn't the case all the time. Sometimes finding a sum that evenly divides into a 4-beat cycle is just a coincidence, which I suspect this one is. But when listening to the vocals here, I must say that there are a few things that got me thinking. First, the vocal line really does sound like it's sung in a 4/4 feel. And secondly, it also sounds displaced. It really feels like the phrasing here is displaced one beat ahead. Listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. I love this. The vocal lines here are amazing, though I'm not really sure what to do with this information, but I'm very curious about how this vocal line came to be. Anyway, people, that's it for today's video. Make sure to go listen to the full songs because these tracks are really, really, really good. I hope the rest of your day is amazing. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the future.